You've just been in a serious car crash. Your heart's racing, you're alone, and EMS is still minutes away. The next few minutes, they matter more than you think. Most people panic, but a few simple actions done right can save lives.
Welcome to the Doctor Health Channel. I'm your host, and today we have an incredible guest, Chuck Macheca, a former first responder turned pastor. And trust me, you need to hear his story. It's fascinating. We'll dive into that in a future episode. Today, Chuck will walk us through 8 crucial steps that can increase your chances of survival in a car crash. This is an important one, so be sure to watch until the end. Grab a coffee, get comfy, and let's dive into it.
So hopefully you're never in a car crash, but if you are, here's a couple things to do. And then I'm going to come at it from a perspective of, as a former EMS provider, these are the things that I wish people would have done right before we arrive. And the first thing is this, you have to remain calm in what is a really chaotic situation. First of all, you're going to have a physical response to the crash. There's going to be this fight or flight response. Everything is heightened. Your focus will be zoomed in. You'll hear a little bit less. Your heart rate's going fast. And sometimes it's hard to remain calm. But the very first thing that you need to tell yourself is, I need to stay calm in this very chaotic situation. So once you've kind of done that, one of the first things I would do in a crash is I would see, okay, first of all, am I okay? Obviously, I'm conscious at this point. Can I move my extremities? Do I have major bleeding somewhere that I need to stop right away? Once I'm okay, who's with me? You know, I talked about, could I open a door if I need to? Well, do I have kids who are strapped in that, you know, maybe they're 2 and I would have to get them out. They cannot get themselves out. Do I have anybody whose seatbelts are stuck? Do I have anybody that's unconscious? Do they have major bleeding? Is the scene that I'm on safe? And what that means is a few things. Immediately after a car crash, where is my car located? So if I've spun around and I'm backwards and I'm facing traffic on a highway where people are traveling 70 miles an hour, that is a very unsafe scene. Was it a minor crash and can I drive off the road? If not, if the vehicle doesn't operate, again, is there a fire hazard? Are there power lines laying on my car or laying on the road near me? There's traffic flying by me. All these things you kind of have to assess. If you smell smoke or if you see fire, I would forget everything else and get out. My suggestion is, if I don't fear my car catching on fire, I'm probably going to stay in the car. And here's why I say that. If I get out of the car, particularly if it's dark, if I'm not seen and a car comes into the accident scene and a car hits me out of my car, my chances of survival are very, very slim. If I'm in the car will absorb most of that impact and I have a much better chance of survival. And I know it's a lot. It's a lot to consider in a short amount of time. But all these things are critically important. I would suggest calling 911 pretty quickly after that. You need to get resources headed in your direction. Probably what you're going to get in a car crash is you're going to get a police response. They will help control some traffic. And then later on, they'll help get information for insurance reasons and reports and all that stuff. You're going to get a fire response, which is probably going to be a fire engine, which is capable of blocking a lane or almost 2 lanes traffic. If you're on a highway, you're going to probably get that fire engine and a fire truck. So you have 2 levels of protection for your scene. And you're going to get an EMS, like an ambulance response as well. So definitely call 911. Why it was important to assess is you want to let them know there's 5 of us in the car. 3 people have major injuries, or there were 3 of us and 2 people are unconscious. Knowing things like that helps 911 know what resources do I need to send. So if you're giving your location, I'm off the shoulder on a road where it's 40 miles an hour. That's one situation. I'm in the middle of a highway where the speed limit is 70. You know, I spun around the middle of I-35 in the middle of Fort Worth. They're gonna know. I need to send a truck, I need to send an engine, I need to get multiple people there pretty quickly. So where you are is pretty important to know. What happened? Did I just lose control and I just slid into a guardrail? Or did my car flip over? Or was I hit by a motorcycle or was I hit by a semi truck? Those are things that are going to help them know what resources to get to you, and then they'd best be able to help you once they get there. And another thing I think people do is they hang up. So they call 911. Hey, I had a wreck. I'm on 35. Please help. And then they hang up. Well, they may have more questions for you. Which side of 35 are you on? How many passengers? What was the other vehicle? Is there fire? Is there power? They're going to want to know these things. So it's pretty important to stay on the phone with them. Makes it a little easier nowadays because everybody has on their phone, speakerphone. So it's great while you're assessing whoever else is in your car, you're keeping an eye on the road and the traffic around you. Keep 911 on the phone as much as possible.
Remember, knowing what to do in a car crash can make all the difference. So take these steps to heart and share them with your loved ones. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button wherever you're watching or listening. Don't forget to like, leave a comment, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay healthy.